Hello and welcome to GameRules.com. My name is Mark, and today I'm going to teach you how to play Spider-Man Across the Universe Part 1 Trouble. Let's dive in and learn how to play. As you can see, this is a big departure from traditional Trouble. What is similar is that each player will start with 4 pawns. Each pawn is a different character. We got Spider-Gwen, Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2099, and Scarlet Spider. We also have a Pop-O-Matic in the center. There are 2 dice in this Pop-O-Matic. One is a number die, which determines how many spaces you must move a piece. The other is a spin die. And when that die lands with the arrows side up, players are able to spin the board. They will be able to pick one ring and spin it as far as they wish. When setting up the game, the outer ring must be lined up so that the start arrows for each player points at a spider space. There are 4 types of spaces, the first of which is this spider space, and it is essentially a dead space. When you land on it, nothing happens. The next type of space on the board is called a spot space, and when you land on a spot space, you must move any pawn on the board back a ring to another spot space. The next space is called a portal space, and this is how you will move from ring to ring. The only way to get to an inner ring is through a portal, and to do that, portals must be in line. So if Spider-Gwen were to roll a 2, she would go 1, 2, and now she is ready to move to inner rings. So on our next turn, for example, let's say she rolls a 4, she could go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's actually a perfect roll to get to our 4th and final space type. This final space is called a watch space. There are only 2 watch spaces on the board, and they are both on the innermost ring. Once you land on a watch space exactly, that piece is brought to home. So just to recap, we have spider spaces, which do nothing. We have spot spaces, which allow you to move pawns backwards on the board from one ring to the other. And then we have portal spaces, which are how you will navigate the board and move your pawn inward. You're going to want to do that because in order to get your pieces home, you must land them exactly on a watch space. And the first player to get all 4 of their pawns to the home space wins the game. That's it for the overview. Let's go ahead and do a few turns. Player 1 begins by popping the Pop-O-Matic. There is no required number for bringing a player out of start and onto the board. Spider-Gwen's going to go first, and she rolled a 6 and a blank, so she does not get to spin the board, but she does get to move 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our portals are in line here. 5 and 6. That ends Spider-Gwen's turn. Let's go ahead and have Miles Morales go. He rolled a 6 and a blank. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is an awesome start for Miles. Spider-Man 2099 gets a 3. So 1, 2, 3. Scarlet Spider got a 5 and a spin. So he's going to go ahead and spin this 3rd ring and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a pretty good spot to be in. And we're back to Gwen's turn. Spider-Gwen. She's going to go ahead and roll a 5 and a blank. Now she has 2 choices. She can either move one of her pieces that are already out on the board or bring another piece into play. And I think that's exactly what she's going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. She landed on a spot space. So she's going to go ahead and take Miles Morales and move him back a ring to an open spot space. That ends her turn. It's Miles' turn again. 5 and a blank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's going to have a little revenge on Gwen and pop her back a ring. And then we'll have Spider-Man 2099 go. 2099. 1 and a blank. Much to do. So we'll do that. And Scarlet Spider is going to take another turn. He gets a 1. lands on the watch space, and immediately brings that piece home. And play like that will continue until one player gets all 4 of their pawns to the home space. And that's how to play Across the Spider-Verse Trouble. I think this is a really awesome take on the classic Trouble game. The thematic elements fit nicely, and they've added a bit of a puzzly element to the game. Trying to line up those rings so you can get your pieces home by traveling through portals. I think that's really fun. Now, if you're not a huge fan of roll and move games, this might not be your cup of tea. But if you're looking for something that's definitely designed for children and families and has a really nice Spider-Man theme to it, this might be the game for you. If you found this video helpful, the best thing you can do is give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and if you really want to go the extra mile, leave a comment down below. All of those things really help us out. I've got a playlist for you of more board game tutorials. And of course, if you'd like to dive into a deep library of game tutorials and instructions, you can go to gamerules.com. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep on playing.